Hey everyone, Beyond the Bottom Shelf is a podcast in which we delve into books that explore sensitive and controversial topics such as sexual violence, bestiality, and body horror. We analyze this material with an irreverent air. If you do stick around, we hope you enjoy the show.
Welcome to Beyond the Bottom Shelf. I'm Jules.
And I'm Ash.
And this is the podcast that delves into books that have been relegated to the bottom shelf. The daring, campy, transgressive, the unapologetically sleazy and tasteless. We read it all, and we savor it.
Find out which works of fiction we deem eligible to stay on the bottom shelf and which ones transcend into an honored rank of their own. We call this place Beyond the Bottom Shelf.
Okay, let me see that tequila bottle. All right.
Tequila.
Tequila.
Like that song? Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me
Wait,
this.
there's a tequila song?
Everybody listen up.
I'm just it's still a tragedy what happened where we uploaded the haunted vagina and literally I stepped away 40 minutes late, like 50 minutes later I go back and we're at like 37 views.
Jules, I feel like you're just
38.
kind of jumping into this. Let me help explain. So Jules called me in a panic.
I was going to do that. I was
She was
going
very
backwards.
excited. She was like, we're going viral. And we uploaded the haunted vagina episode, which is the one, was it episode 9 or something? 8?
Episode 9, right?
Yeah.
No,
And-
8.
Right. And then she was like, I refreshed it and it was 50 views. And I refreshed it and it was 75. And I refreshed it and it was 76. And then, so she thought we were going viral because that's more views than like all of our other episodes combined.
It was crazy. But then...
And then she realized she had only uploaded like a 3-minute clip on accident that she rendered incorrectly or something. So she had to re-upload it and now it's like sitting at 4 views.
more or less.
It's so sad.
And I got all excited. I like texted Ashley.
I know. I thought it was super cool. And then I looked and saw it was only 30 minutes. I was like, girl, what?
And then Ash called me and I answered and I was like, I know. Like she didn't even have to say it. I was like,
So she noticed.
she noticed. I knew when she was calling me. I was like, Ash definitely saw that. But we had our 5 minutes of fame.
Yeah, we could have been famous.
I just don't know what the algorithm, like, was it because it was a shorter that maybe the algorithm pushed it to the front? I don't know.
Yeah. There's
maybe
no telling, Jules.
so.
It's hard to say.
Or did people look
But
up vaginas?
That was your one opportunity to pop off and make it big, and you missed it. It's over. We're going to keep doing these forever for no one, except for the 2 guys that commented about the boom sounds.
So spread the word.
Yeah.
Share the podcast.
If you support us, then you should like, save, and share.
And subscribe.
Yes, and subscribe.
Oh, we got two views on Spotify on the episode.
Wow.
One of those was definitely me.
Oh, I guess the other was me.
Both of those were you guys. Let's be real.
We do that.
Okay, anyways, so what's going on, guys? It's been a minute. It feels like it's been a minute since we did this.
It has. A lot's happened, I guess.
Yeah.
Has it?
Not really.
There was something I was going to bring up. We've been
What was
having our
it?
movie night still. We have some new faces returning. New faces in general. We watched Matilda, which was fun.
Matilda was fun. Honestly, I liked it a lot watching it this time. I don't know why. I guess maybe the 4K?
Yeah,
Watch
because
on the big
I think
screen.
what happens sometimes is you grow up sort of watching movies on TV, and there's certain movies you're only familiar with through like airing on TV in some sort of clipped, edited, cropped form, and then you think you know the movie, and then you watch it like on like Blu-ray or something, and you kind of see the entire frame, and you get a sense. It's actually more interesting than you were led to believe it was from watching it on broadcast on TV. That happens a lot with movies. If you actually kind of like watch how it was intended to be watched. You know what I
I
mean?
feel like because like as a kid, there's commercial breaks. You see, like, because I saw like the second half of that movie so many times, but I don't remember. And like the opening sequence, I saw like her growing up. She's adorable,
So cute.
But like I hadn't
Yeah.
seen it in its entirety, and I forgot they did like all these like crazy Dutch angles and close-ups.
Yeah, it all feels
of
homogenous when it's like broadcast on TV and kind of cropped and edited. But when you actually watch the original movie, it's like, this is actually a pretty strange, weird, arty movie.
I like it. I was telling my
is.
sister
Yeah.
that. And she was like, I was like telling her, I was like, we just rewatched Matilda, and she was like, isn't that movie so bizarre? And I was like, yeah, but I really liked it.
Okay. Anyways, let's get into this story, guys. I'm excited to hear about the pillow humping story.
Okay.
Is that what it is?
Essentially,
Somewhat.
who hasn't
so
humped a pillow?
you said somewhat like there should be more pillow humping, and it's like disappointingly little pillow humping.
Okay, so when I hear humping, I think like actually sitting on top of the pillow, grinding it, but this is more.
That's it. It does happen.
Yeah.
Just not the entirety.
Yeah.
You'll get the sense it's very familiar, eerily familiar to something.
People
we've
that have
read.
listened to Knobbed. What's that called?
Unhinged.
That's what
Oh,
you
yeah.
labeled it, knobbed. It's unhinged.
Oh, okay. That's right.
So this is called, what's it called, Ash?
Stuffed.
I genuinely forgot for a sec. That's why I referenced it because I was looking at her name. Yeah, Stuffed by Sylvia Morrow.
Awesome.
I'm just going to go ahead and give you some of her bio because there's nothing I could really find on her. She's very active on TikTok.
So there's nothing you could find on her, but she's active on TikTok.
All right, I'll restart that.
I mean, that's fine. I'm just asking. So you couldn't find like a good bio or something, but she
No,
does
I
have a
could-
bunch of little clips
Yes.
on TikTok.
I couldn't find a written bio. The only written bio I could find is this. Sylvia is two confused corgis in a leopard print jacket.
Wait, is that what she wrote?
She wrote that about herself.
Why are those that? What does that even mean?
I don't know.
I don't get the
It sounds quirky, and I don't like quirky things. I like Matilda, but generally speaking, I don't like quirky stuff.
That one is quirky. Yeah, this she's I don't even get a sense of like what her age, probably our age. Maybe early 20s, but she has around like 13. I counted it on like Amazon, and a lot of them are on Kindle Unlimited. So if you have that, they're free or they're like 99 cents. She has 13 novellas. I call them novellas because they're relatively short. This is only 80 pages.
Right.
And she has 3 Kindle Vella. If you guys remember,
Oh,
that was
Kindlevella.
the ogre love story was a Kindle Vella where it comes.
Did you use that word
Yes,
before?
yes.
God damn, I don't.
We
remember.
delved into it. That was a while ago, though.
I feel like I would remember that word.
We did. We used it a lot.
In the first episode?
I don't know. We're gonna go back and listen to it, and we're gonna see. I think you guys are lying. I don't remember that word.
I remember because I
We
just
talked about it a lot.
I remember you guys talked about there was this particular type of story on some particular type website where you
Yes.
could like do installments.
Kindle Vella.
I feel like you said it differently then.
It was
You
Kindle
emphasized
Vella.
you enunciated differently.
And then we talked about Amazon, and then you were talking about Amazon. And blah,
takes
blah,
over the
blah.
world and stuff.
Yes.
I know. Okay. I feel like you said it different then.
Maybe we did. You're gonna have to re-listen to it.
I'm going to. We're going to pull it up, and we're going to find out that you guys enunciated it weird.
I thought it would be cool. When Ashley first sent me this book, she told me it was on Kindle Vella.
Okay, whatever. Fuck you guys.
We said Kindle Vella.
I forgot. Okay.
All right. Anyway,
All right. I love Kindle Vella. I was actually just messing with you guys.
so going back to it, she has 13 novellas and 3 Kindle Vella stories. Go check them out. Alien Mannequin, Goat Girl, The Shifting Shapes Gathering books, and Saved, which is like an alien story.
Cool.
And there's like 2 of them.
I think
Alien
what
comes
threw
down
me
to
is
Earth.
that you said it so casually. You're just like, yeah, she's got a couple of books, she's got a couple of novels, she's got a couple of Kindle Vellas.
Oh, like I say it all the
and
time.
I'm like, what? Like, yeah, it was the casual way you said it.
Yeah,
that threw
and then
me
the
off.
first
Okay,
one, it was like
there's an
Kindle
excuse why I
Vella.
don't remember. All right,
It all makes sense now. Anyway, so this is the genre that we've seen a few that it's a popular subgenre of like the monster erotica, I guess you could say. It's a sentient object romance, and typically involves a love story centered around one human character or one or more sentient object character. And I got this information. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory from Vera Valentine, who wrote Unhinged, and she
Queen.
yeah. And she provides like a list of a bunch of these sentient object stories. There's one boat. There's a birthday cake one. There's a Clippy, which is about a paper clip. There's a donut, a door.
Wasn't there one called like Captured by Clippy or something?
Yes.
But that's different than the Clippy story
No,
here?
I think it's the same one.
But it's just, she just put it.
It's Conquered by Clippy.
Conquered by Clippy. Okay.
So there's a bunch. There's everything you think of. Yarn one. There's a Marshmallow Peeps one. But we're reading the Pillow one by Sylvia.
Okay.
So I like
So this is a whole movement.
Yes,
Like
it
French
is.
New Wave, but way worse.
Dr. Chuck Tingle is
Oh,
coined
this
the
guy's again.
trailblazer of this subgenre. We've seen
I
his
love
name pop
Chuck.
up. He wrote a lot of the dinosaur eroticas.
Gotcha. Did we read any of his
But
stuff?
no, not yet.
We should.
We should.
He's like the fucking
We've-
godfather of this shit.
Yes.
We haven't
Guess
read it
so.
yet? Okay.
We've referenced him before. And my sister sent me somebody that she was like hanging out with.
He has like a whole library of fucking Chuck
Yeah,
Tingle
he
books.
was like she sent me a
He
picture.
has them like Easton Press leather bound versions.
Yeah,
Wow.
he has a lot of them. So I just like what Vera. I'm referencing Vera a lot because I think she kind of mentors or like edits for Sylvia because she at the end of this book, Sylvia says a thanks to her. So I think she does edit it or at least look over it.
Gotcha.
So she says, I personally describe it as the intersection between absurdity and romance, a type of tale that pokes a little fun at the interactions between characters by inserting an element of the unbelievable, kind of like Bizarro. But I just wanted to bring up one thing. A lot of the stuff sentient stuff, it involves inanimate objects having a backstory and becoming human at some point. And I thought it was funny because it seems like this is the common trend in this genre. But I saw this on Reddit. I saw somebody posted any novels that have a sentient object main character that stays in that object's form.
Yeah.
Like the fact that somebody looked it up like 7 years ago, it's like, I guess this genre is
Yeah.
saturated with like that common trope of them becoming something.
Yeah,
instead of
they
just-
have one sexual encounter where they're the object and they stick the knob in your mouth or whatever, or they stick the clippy the point in your anus or whatever, and then after that it's just a person.
Yes,
and
it's
then they have
literally-
normal sex,
Yes.
and it just becomes regular erotica, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. Is that going to happen in this one? Maybe this one will shake it up.
Exactly. That's the question. Will this book shake up this sub genre?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. And that's about it about Sylvia Morrow. You can check her out on TikTok at sylvia.morrow. I don't actually know if that's her real name. I might insert a clip of her talking about her writing. She has a Patreon and all that. But,
Wow.
yeah.
Lots of posts. How does she do on TikTok? Is that like a lot of followers? or
She
something?
has
Seems like it.
she has 1,100 followers and she follows
Jesus.
1,400.
Oh, well,
You gotta look at the follow to follower ratio.
yeah. Okay, here we go.
Maybe
Anyways,
bots checked
let's
out
get
our
into
vagina
this story.
video, but
Hit me with that wand sound.
Okay. Stuffed, written by Sylvia Morrow, is written with that dual perspective, a lot like how Get in My Swamp was when we had that. Each chapter was like shifting between Leona and Beck's perspective. So it's kind of like this here. But we're first introduced to our heroine, if you want to call her a heroine. Her name is Anne. Anne is a single gal who unfortunately keeps having to deal with creepy men. Even when she's just trying to go back to her apartment building, there are creeps that are just trying to get close to her. Okay, so right now where it's taking place, she's trying to get back into her building because there's another creep that's trying to talk to her, and this creep is her gross tenant.
Her tenant or landlord?
Okay, fine. Landlord.
Okay, she's the tenant.
oh yeah, she's a tenant.
She's the tenant. I'm sorry.
Sound familiar?
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
I'm ready. Are we reading?
I guess Julie's.
Wow, this is okay. She's the creepy guy.
Because you're gonna be the
Okay,
main character.
so for the people listening, Jules is going to play the creepy landlord. All right, here we
Unless
go.
you want to, and you can play
No.
all the guy roles.
I mean, I'm good at being a big creep for sure. Hey there, little Annie. You got your rent? Are you going to make me come get it from you?
Jimmy winks a glassy blue eye at me. I back away, my hands itching to toss off the jacket I'm wearing. I can't stand the idea of wearing something he touched. Being stuck with him is killing me. Rent isn't due for 5 days, Jimmy. I'll have it in by then. You know I always do.
Never hurts to have a reminder, though. Right, girly?
He licks a worm-like bottom lip, which sets my teeth on edge. All right, So Anne brushes him off, politely, and quite literally has to squeeze past him to get up to her apartment. Once she gets inside, she slams and locks the door. Anne decides she's going to get in the hot shower and use her antibacterial soap to try and clean herself of this nasty touch. Once she starts feeling good again, she decides to have a nice night in watching some anime.
Wow.
Anne is obsessed with anime.
Like a lot of people.
Yes, like some people we know. And believes that it provides her a lot of comfort no matter how weird it is. As she's watching her show, she talks about how the characters in the show gets her body excited. And Anne starts to confide about her dislike for real people. Now, I don't like real people. I really, really don't. Aside from my small family and online friends, that is, those particular folks are awesome because I don't have to touch them. I get to enjoy their presence platonically and from at least several inches away, but dating? Gross. My hoo-ha dries up at the thought.
Yikes.
Anne cannot stand the idea of sweaty hands touching her, and to her, sex is just a germ-infested fiasco with bodily fluids everywhere. P.U.
I like that you wrote P. P-woo.
P.U. But the fictional character is what truly gets her going. Okay, quote. I watch the colors move across the screen, clutching a pillow between my legs, my favorite pillow. It's the perfect firmness, soft enough to lay my head on it at night, but firm enough to do this naughty thing I like to do. More like an embarrassing thing, actually. If anyone saw me, I think I would die. But it just feels so, so good. With my perfect pillow between my legs and my fictional boyfriend on the TV, everything is just right in the world. My satin pajama pants feel so smooth against my thighs, my ass along my sensitive folds. They're already slick with the juices the animations have drawn from me tonight. I grip my pillow tighter, imagining it's the mysterious butler from the television, and sliding myself slowly up and down against it.
The butler?
Yeah, it's like a butler.
That's an interesting
An anime
choice.
butler.
I wish
This is probably based on something
that's
that
what I was wondering if
Yes,
Jacob would
100%.
know. Because, more anime. I was like, is this like one that...
There's like some hot butler guy that's
But
quiet and
I think
mysterious. There's a
she's-
lot of anime characters that are
Butlers
kinda
or-
quiet and mysterious and brooding. Because there's a lot of slice of life anime where it's just like about a rich family and they have a butler who's got a mysterious path or something. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't.
Butler.
I like anime, okay, but I'm not super familiar with all this stuff.
Oh,
But,
dang, we need Spence.
This
in
one
here.
gets this one's getting spicy pretty early on.
It is.
Yes. So Anne identifies herself as a fictophilia, which is when you're only attracted to fiction characters. But she can't help to be attracted to them because thinking of touching actual skin is disgusting.
I agree with that.
All right, you want to hear this part where she's grinding on the pillow?
Yeah.
Letting the satin of these pink pajama pants slide against my slippery pussy. I'm really wet now, and I dip my hips against the pillow, opening my legs wide for a moment to slip along my core where I'm leaking for my butler. My legs close tight as I grind as hard as I can against the pillow, soaking through my pants, and into the pillow itself at this point, I'm sure. My clit is forced against the layers of fabric, relentlessly ground against the firm block of feathers and cotton over and over until my legs squeeze and shake. My silent scream forms in my mouth as my eyes close tight. My cunt spasms against the pillow. I come hard.
I don't like the spasms. I was
I don't
thinking of
like
those
that either.
anime guys, the guys that like anime, they have the pillows that look like anime girls. What are those called?
I think it's
Waifus? or
Waifus,
whatever?
maybe.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's usually just ladies. Is there waifu men?
That's
Pillows?
no, I don't think so.
There may be.
maybe. Okay, so Anne really likes masturbating to her anime characters, but just wishes nothing more than these characters to give her an orgasm in real life. But Anne isn't delusional and knows that it's probably not going to happen and is completely satisfied with using the television, her imagination, and her favorite pillow. After her orgasm, Anne is ready to go to sleep.
Okay. So this is going to be about her having sex with the pillow because it's called Stuffed or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Why didn't she write like a story about an anime character coming onto the television and having sex with her? I feel like
Or why did she focus on the pillow?
that just seems like that's the premise she's setting up here.
Maybe it's not sentient, like a sentient So,
Oh, because it's not the genre?
yeah.
Okay. Never mind. It doesn't follow the rules of the genre. Sorry.
Or she could have sex with the television.
She could.
Yeah, that's the antenna or something.
But
It's
the
like an old CRT.
The fiction. I always imagine CRTs when I read stuff and it brings up a TV.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah.
Okay, I'll read the end of the chapter. The chapter ends with, I set my glasses on the side table. The remote is within reach and I grab it, turning off the television. Good night, my darling, I whisper into the dark. As I'm falling asleep, I swear I imagine I hear the same return. Will Anne overcome her discomfort with being touched? Will her dreams come true and one of her fictional characters will come relieve her sexual frustrations? Also, what's so special about this favorite pillow? We shall see.
The classic ending, we shall see.
Okay, chapter 2. This chapter is different because it's not from the perspective of Anne, but someone different.
Is this the
Yes,
creepy
Or something.
landlord guy?
No.
Something.
the pillow.
Yes, the
Of
pillow.
course. What the fuck is wrong with me? I knew that. All right.
Jimmy.
Am I supposed to read all this or are you going to read it?
No, it's not. I didn't highlight it. So
Okay, got
it's
it.
not. Okay, ready?
You got this.
Oh, Anne, my darling, my wondrous Anne. She made use of me again tonight, and it was glorious. It had been ages since she gripped me tight and run me between her warm thighs. I was beginning to worry she had forgotten me. I don't know what I would have done if that would have happened. So yes, this is the perspective of the pillow, and it's a sentient pillow. This pillow reveals that Anne is his reason for living, or how much life you could really have as a pillow. But the pillow begins to explain as to how his existence came to be.
Lame.
It's very lame. I'm just going to explain it, and you're not going to get it. Okay, you ready?
All right, I'm ready. You saying
Maybe
I
it
can't
makes-
understand this?
Maybe it'll make sense to you.
Okay, we'll see.
It just did not make sense to me.
Okay.
Though I was a part of something alive once, I barely recall it. A phoenix it was. Once upon a time, this phoenix, a powerful ancient creature known for its ability to regenerate, fell in love with a goose. How disappointing. How uninspired. And, well, to make a sad story short, the goose got cooked, so the phoenix died of sadness, too heartbroken to be revived. It perished in a funeral pyre of its own making. However, before it died, a single one of its feathers fell amidst the goose's own down. When the humans gathered them and stuffed them into their organic, free-range, all-natural goose feather pillows, the phoenix feather got scooped up along with it, and that's how my existence began.
It makes
This
sense.
is
It's
insane.
just stupid, though.
It kind of makes sense, but it's just stupid. Yeah, you're right.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Comparing this to the origin story of the door from Unhinged,
The door made more sense except for the fact that it was in an apartment, which was
Yes, yes.
yeah.
So basically, yeah.
Because
And
what would
like
have
how-
happened with the door, again, to go back to that, it would have ended up, tiny fragments of the door would have ended up in 1,000 fucking doors. Because it's like this chip,
I know it was one
bullshit,
tree
fake
got made.
wood. Yeah, particle synthetic shit. It would have been like one molecule in every door. Okay, let's keep going.
All right.
We don't really need to talk about
We're not
this.
going to dwell on it. It's fine. I just want to
Okay.
hear about the pillow humping stuff.
All right. So the reason that this pillow has a spark in his feathers is due to all of the passions she grind inside of him. Though it doesn't fully give him life form like he would want, it still gives him the energy that he needs. The pillow mentions that there's a fly in the room, and once it lands on him, the fly is dead. It makes the pillow feel more
He
alive.
sucks life force out of stuff?
Yes.
And that and she's grinding on it and she sucks. It makes it sound like he's like
He has a
sapping
choice.
her energy.
No, he has a choice, like how he sucks energy.
So he's
some-
not really okay. So he feels it's more like he feels the spark because he like enjoys it. It's not necessarily he's getting a life form when she's grinding on him.
But he kills flies?
He
then?
kills
Yeah.
the flies.
Like a vampire creepy?
Yes.
exactly. It's like a vampire.
Is it
pillow.
ever like is it ever does the story ever examine that like as a morally gray thing?
No, it doesn't really. It's weird. We'll get to
really.
it
It's just like killing innocent fucking flies, dude.
Yes.
What the fuck?
It will come back up again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Pillow is just waiting for the day to be truly alive, so that he can be a creature that Anne would fall in love with. All right, chapter 3.
Okay, I have a prediction. Is it going to suck the life out of the bad guy at the end?
Maybe.
Yes, that's exactly what's fucking happening.
This is like what it's like watching movies with Jacob.
Okay, well, I mean, you gave it away when you said that might come up again later. That's the only other use I
Oh,
can see
well,
for it.
damn, that was me then.
Okay,
Sorry.
yeah.
But I mean, okay, never mind. All right, so chapter 3. Anne was at work and it was a terrible day. It's 5 o'clock, which means she's finally ready to go home. All she wants to do is shower and watch some anime or maybe play a game. As she's getting to leave, she hears a voice in the distance.
Hey there, little Miss Grumpy.
Oh, wait, is that the guy?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
No, a different guy.
It's a different guy?
It's a creepy guy.
Jules, you nailed that, by the way. I hope I didn't interrupt it.
At the office.
Okay, got it.
When she hears this, it causes her to jump, and she knows exactly who it is. Gross. It's her creepy coworker, Todd.
I hate Todd, dude.
What do you want, Todd? I ask in a tone that admittedly does nothing to disprove his claim of my grumpiness.
Just wanted to see if you'd be interested in going out with me tonight. We could go to get some drinks, go back to my place, play some games. Who knows what else? Could be fun, right?
That seems nice.
Todd asks in his perpetually flimmy voice. Todd's fingers trails along her forearm, which causes her to pull away. I'm not interested. I've told you already. I'm here to work, not fight a date. Please respect that. I tell him. She told him. I tell him, trying to retain my composure. I tend to cry when I get upset, and I don't want to do that. This is a professional environment. Even though it doesn't seem like it half the time, and I'm the only woman working on this team. I can't be seen crying.
You can do both, you know, Annie Banani. In fact, I think it might even help your work to experience a little romance. Relax and let your mind free to new ideas or whatever.
Todd brushes against my arm again, and this time, tears build in the corners of my eyes. Please stop touching me. I pack up the rest of my items and sling my bag over my shoulder. No. End of it.
Okay, so I feel like here we got an important detail is what is her job? Tell Jacob, you need to know where she works.
Video game designer.
How did you know? Wait, did you look?
I swear to God, just guess.
Anyways, but Jacob's right. She's a video game designer. Male-dominated industry in this world, at least. It's changing, I guess, probably in the current real world.
Yeah, I guess maybe kind of.
But yeah, but no description of what video game world is actually like. Like I was like, is she gonna actually give any description? But no. Anyway,
never indulges. Okay, so Anne gets away from him and is on her way home. She's just enraged by the whole situation and that she just wants to kill him. As she's walking from the bus stop, there are these stupid teenage boys who are known to always harass her. Even when Anne does her best to make herself bland as possible, but it just never seems to be enough to make these creeps go away. Now the boys are starting to catcall her.
Hey, little mama. Miss Librarian with those glasses on, looking all smart and shit. Come here and give me a kiss.
One of them hollers at me. I grit my teeth and keep walking past. They never hurt me. Just say stupid shit. Oh, just say stupid stuff. I'll just go past and get home and relax with my television. But today, things are different. Today, they touch me.
Hey, slow down, sweetie. You don't got to look all mad. We just want to talk, you know?
A second one of them laughs and grabs my arm. He steps up close to me and he smells like sour milk. I can see dried flecks of saliva on the corners of his pale lips, mysterious brown flecks in the subtle of his sparse blonde mustache. No, no, no. Don't touch me, I scream, pulling my arm away.
Damn! Crazy bitch!
I hear behind me, but I'm already running away to the middle of the block where my building is. Okay, so Anne runs up to the stairs and immediately gets in the shower. All right, so chapter 4. Pillow is noticing tonight that Anne is not holding him passionately like she normally does. Everything seems to be off and notices she used the strong soap this time, which means that she is sad. After a while, he begins to feel her teardrops, and if he had a heart, it would be breaking into pieces just seeing her in this way. As Anne is crying, there's a knock on the door. Anne walks away and hears a male voice coming from the other room. Pillow is feeling territorial and knows that this man's up to trouble. Do you know who this?
Is this a creepy guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what you're
Which
asking?
one? Which one?
Because there's
The
multiple.
landlord one that you called the tenant.
That's who I thought it was going to be.
Oh, is this
too.
Todd?
Yeah.
Todd.
Oh, so this is, wait, who's doing Todd? You, Jules?
I do Todd.
Get in there. Let's see what you got. Yeah.
Okay, so what happens is he is coming up. Okay, so Todd is basically saying how, oh, you dropped your ID when you were rushing out, leaving me over there.
Yeah, you must have dropped it when you spilled your stuff like a silly goose. Thankfully, your address is on your ID, so I could bring it right over to you tonight. Would be a shame to not have your wallet if you needed it. Might even say you owe me a favor, right, Annie Banani?
Okay, so the pillow can tell from the sound of Anne's voice that she doesn't feel comfortable around this man. Todd asks to go to the bathroom, but Anne keeps trying to get him out of the apartment.
It'll just be a second. Oh, hey, is that your bedroom? Where the magic happens, am I right?
Good Lord. This is so fucking... This is ridiculous. All right,
Bad. Okay. His footsteps come even closer. Dude, get out. You said you had to pee, not wander my apartment. What the fuck? My Anne raises her voice, and I can sense her fear there.
My Anne.
As he enters the room, he comes sit on the bed.
Nice bed. I like your setup here with the TV and all. Why don't we sit here and watch a movie? Netflix and chill.
Damn, Jules, you're killing it.
I like the email.
He said that with a creepy little laugh. Todd sits down on the bed. My excitement builds. Come a little closer, just a little closer. Get out. This isn't funny, Anne cries. She cries. This bastard is bringing tears to the eyes of my precious love. Now I'll feel no guilt at all when I do what I need to do. Not that I would anyway,
Oh, you're so silly, Annie. Come on, have a seat.
he says. He pats me to invite her over. Yes, he touches me. When his hands land on me, I suck the life out of him. It's much more difficult than with the bugs. I find he struggles much harder. He tries to lift his hand, but I can't. I won't allow it.
What the hell?
There you go. That was good, Nils.
He forces out through choked breath. If he's speaking, that means I'm not pulling hard enough. I yank on his life force, dragging it into me. I can see his skin dry out, become thinner, loses the glow of youth. The power inside me grows. I'm strong. It feels so good. Todd? Todd! Anne screams, wrenching him off of me.
Wait, did he die?
No, he didn't die.
Okay, so this is kind of fucking weird and fucked up. So this is like our hero?
Yes, it's you that's doing that, Jakob.
Wait, I get to read the Pillow Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I get to do like
That's
a
what we're saving you
smooth, sexy
for.
voice?
Yeah,
I
it's-
can't fucking wait.
He's like, it's like the
I've been waiting
unhinged.
to bust out my sexy voice.
It's very similar to the door voice, like, and he like tries to speak articulate.
But I didn't get to do that one because we hadn't evolved the podcast
you
format
didn't?
enough
No.
where we were doing multiple characters and shit. Because the listeners have been demanding.
Yeah, we've had multiple
They
inquiries.
want like a full cast on these readings.
Yeah.
We got to give our
This is for
audience
you
what they
guys.
want.
God, we'll do it.
Yeah, Todd just like
Yes.
came in and did all this, and now his life is being sucked out of him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so as Todd gets away from the pillow grasp, he looks much older now. Like literally, it looks like a corpse. He might die. But pillow.
What if she
didn't
was
age
into
him.
older guys and she was like, wait a second, you're hot now? Like Jules would be
Plot
into
twist.
him.
Ooh, look at those gray hairs.
We watched Logan the other night and she was like, oh my God. Because he's like older
Hugh
than that. He's like
Jackman.
gray headed and stuff. And then she saw a picture of him like clean shaven. She was like, ugh.
I did not like Hugh Jackman.
She liked
in The Greatest
sexy
Showman.
old man Logan.
It's so much cuter when he got the speckled like, gray beard. I don't
Yeah.
want a clean shaven man.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so Anne frantically calls the ambulance for Todd, and he has just, because he just collapsed. After the whole thing is over, she just goes to bed, and, they have a little rest with her pillow. Chapter 5. Anne decides to come back from work early as she's sensing that people at her job know what happened to Todd. And as she goes home to, again, have a nice night, she goes to the convenience store, she gets her chips, her drinks, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. I can relate to that. It's the first thing in this story I've really liked. Did she get Red Bulls and like Reese cups? Because that's what I get.
I highlighted at one point where she describes the chips as being triangle shaped. She gets her favorite triangle shaped tortilla
I was
chips.
like, what the fuck?
And that's what I said in the thing. I was like, what the fuck? Is it all tortilla
They're
chips
all
triangle
vaguely
shaped?
triangle shaped.
It's so, she has these weird random
She should have been like, I got the scooped ones.
Yeah, that would have been a detail worth
or
adding.
some weird cylindrical
But the
ones.
triangle shaped one's like, no, you don't need that.
That's so stupid.
That is stupid.
Sorry,
But
I had to bring that
we're
up.
not judging. We love it, actually.
Really nice. Okay, so when she goes into the apartment, she senses this vibration in the air, and that something is seriously wrong. As she goes kind of towards the room, okay, this is what happens. When I get to my room, my hand clenches in surprise, causing my bag of chips to burst, making a loud pop sound. The smell of nacho cheese wafts upward. I drop the soda bottle from my right hand, shattering the glass. Sweet.
Glass?
I know, right? That's what I was about to
She
say.
got glass soda. That's fucking class.
But she said soda bottle.
And she also got nacho cheese.
That's a classy lady. She's getting
Yeah.
the fucking glass sodas, dude.
Okay, so sweet carbonated beverage sprays all over my feet, all over the walls, and in the direction of my bed. My bed, where some horrible thing is pulsing and stretching. What the fuck is it?
Is the guy turning into life because he sucked the life out of the other guy?
Yes!
I wanted to do it for you. Sorry.
So fucking awesome. I love this story again.
Nothing will beat you guessing
I'm
that.
on such a roller coaster with this one because it's actually been pretty bad.
I thought
like
you would
it now.
appreciate, I thought this part could have been cool, like pulsing and stretching, this creepy
Right?
part. She should have indulged in
Yeah.
those details.
Yeah.
For real. Okay, so chapter 6. Pillow sees Anne's shocked reaction as she sees that the pillow isn't exactly its usual fluffy appearance. Pillow was building his appearance while she was away and didn't expect her to be home so early. Okay, as of right now, my lower half is mostly formed. I have feet, legs, hips, even pants. None of it is fully detailed, but it started at least. My upper half, however, is a mess. My chest, arms, and head are simply 4 pillows. They aren't even particularly firm or attractive pillows at the moment. They're only blank placeholders for upcoming pieces. Oh dear, I can imagine having fully formed eyes rolling around in all that white space probably looks quite gruesome. Damn again. All the rest of me is soft, feather-filled cotton that is bubbling, growing, and stretching. The process which will make me into a fully formed man, but for now, that form is more of a pillow sludge. All of that is to say, I look like a goddamn monster.
I forgot you said goddamn.
It's kind of a cute little paragraph.
Yeah. That's the best part of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the pillow tries to speak to her, but his voice sounds like a creaking door, but he musters up enough effort to say,
Annie.
Anne.
Oh, my bad. Anne.
I rasp out. My voice isn't perfect yet, but it's not horrible. It's whispery and rough, but it gets better.
Don't be afraid. Please. I won't harm you. Please forgive me for my appearance. I shall fix it shortly.
Amazing. Anne seems to finally calm down, but she faints on the ground. Pillow is going to wait for her to come back. But in the meantime, he's going to finish building himself.
Knit in the meantime.
I know! It looks bad! I don't know why I did that. I think I was in a rush.
I was laughing, dude. I think you were, because you were writing this before.
Okay, anyway, sorry.
Okay, so Anne is out for a long time. I'm able to finish my shape. However, my details are not completed when she wakes. My hair is just a vague blob, and I have little color to speak of. I have, however, been able to add some shading to my facial features with the ink that was on my tag, so I do look more human and less monster. Yes, I look like a sketch, a drawing, but a drawing of a human at least. Anne opens her eyes and looks at my newly built face. I smile again, this time with a mouth that's more than just a few dents in woven cotton.
Hello again.
I say in a much clearer voice than before.
Welcome back.
And why might his face look like a sketch? Why is that important?
Wait, who says welcome back? He's supposed to say that?
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Why does he say
Kind of
welcome
creepy
back?
because she passed out and she
passed
fainted.
out.
Welcome back. Okay, got it. I got my sexy face ready.
Why is it important that he looks like a sketch? This is reader
Because he's
comprehension.
fictional style.
Yeah.
Like anime style, got it.
Exactly.
Did he put a little anime, big-eyed looking...
That would have been a hilarious detail. But
No, but okay, you'll see.
All right.
Okay, chapter 7. As Anne opened her eyes, she's seeing a living animation and is like, what the fuck? Anne begins to ask what he is.
Well, that's complicated.
It says, smiling with a mouth that looks as if it were drawn with ink.
The simplest answer, I suppose, would be that I'm your pillow. Your favorite pillow. I've just changed a bit, as you can see.
Pillow decides to tell her that he built himself for her and how he wants her to decide on his final form.
Anne, I've been in... Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Anne, I've been in love with you for years. I've kept myself firm and cool for you and tried every day to find a way to become more. Today I've done it. We could finally be together. You are my love. Make me yours.
This is such like wish fulfillment. You killed it. Like a little anime character.
Yeah.
Okay. Anne is starting to think that she's like hallucinating or is going insane. But Pillow keeps reassuring her that he is real and desperately wants her to accept the situation. Are you making fun of my...
Me and Jacob made eye contact.
It's just there's like a bunch of underlined red words where you fucking...
Okay, I
Misspelled
don't
words a
have
bunch.
time to spell everything. I was typing very fast.
No, we appreciate
It's just funny looking. But no,
I know.
you're doing great. Okay. We love your synopsises. They're amazing.
Okay. Anne now wants to know how to feel about him. What?
How to feel him.
I think you're about to feel
This
that.
is what it says. Anne now wants to know how to feel him.
What?
I think you meant feel about him because she's like doesn't.
Yeah, Anne now wants to know how to feel about him. Pillow tells
Okay.
her that he is only there just to serve her. Okay, so what's happening is Anne's talking about how, she doesn't really like people because she doesn't like, touch. Right? Remember what we said earlier is like she gets really freaked out about like germs and like people touching her.
Okay. I know, Anne. I know you. That's why you must understand that I'm not like them. I'm not flesh and blood. When you touch me, there will be no sweat, no germs, nothing to fear. I'll only appear how you want me to. I'll only touch you how you want me to. I'll never make you sick, never betray you or insult you. I'll never hurt you. I'm yours. And please, complete me.
What else could you want?
I know, right? You can just build your perfect man.
It's kind
Out of a pillow.
Building.
Anne's now conflicted by this whole situation and thinks this may be her opportunity to finally have a boyfriend.
Hell yeah.
Quote, I need to think right now. If I could finally have the ability to touch someone, maybe even a boyfriend type, shouldn't I take it? And if I could create him to look however I want, what would I do? This is tough. I lower my hand and nod as I make my decision. Well, there's this anime butler, I say. I think that's a good place to start if we're working on appearance.
We gotta find this anime butler.
I know. I feel like she's definitely talking about a real one. Mm-hmm. For sure. Okay, so chapter 8. Anne and Pillow work together for hours to make up his appearance. Okay. She requests that I be tall and lean, my brows arched, handsome in a nearly androgynous way. I'm provided with the markers she uses for sketching design ideas to absorb colors from my pale flesh. Of course, I'm easily able to create the perfect designs for my elegant clothing. I'm made of fabrics after all. When I'm done, I precisely as she requested. My dark hair falls over one eye. I bite a pouty lip seductively as I watch her inspect me one final time for anything she may have missed. She's so, so beautiful. And now that I'm complete, I hope she'll accept me.
That's so anime, boy.
Yeah, he's got
the hair falling over
the
one eye.
fringe hair.
I know. Anne notices that his touch is quite fabric-y and is scared that if he gets too close to people, they would be suspicious of him. Anne is still in disbelief that this man is made for her. Anne is starting to get embarrassed and asked how long the pillow's been sentient.
I've been sentient for quite a while now. If you're wondering whether I've been aware when you've ground your gorgeous cunt against me, the answer is yes. Jesus.
Pillow tells her that he is ready to satisfy her sexual needs and that she shouldn't be embarrassed.
Don't be. It was beautiful. You brought me to life, and I hope one day to experience that again, to have you grind against my face as I thrust my tongue into your wet center and rub your throbbing clit. You wouldn't have to do it all yourself anymore, my darling. I'm here to serve you.
Good Good job, Jakob. Maybe we should have said this ahead of time so you could look over.
I should have. Yeah. Okay. Pillow's feather heart starts to pound as he tells her to come over to him and let him serve her. Ew. Anne tells him that she's confused because she should be terrified, but she feels this magnetism towards him and is questioning why.
Because we're meant to be together. Because I am literally made for you. Because I will do anything it takes to claim you, serve you, and keep you.
No, I know that she would like to hear. I grin as I reply in a partial quote. I know she'll love.
I'm simply one hell of a pillow.
Woo! So Pillow is definitely very infatuated with Anne.
It's
just like the knob.
Like the door. Yes, like the door.
It's complete I will be your servant.
That's what I was saying earlier about the same kind of, language of this an intense desire for this person. It's just girl.
Anything that's
so weird.
You. Maybe this is common in this subgenre.
Maybe it is. Okay, chapter 9. Anna's starting to get nervous and doesn't know what the pillow had in mind. But Anne doesn't necessarily want to do sexual stuff right away, as she feels that she just met him. But Pillow understands.
Just because I came off strong doesn't mean you have to do what I spoke of. I only know what I've been taught by you. I should let you know that. Everything I know about the world came from what you've said to visitors on your phone, what you've watched on your screens, etc. I admit, I have a fondness for the hentai you watch, and perhaps that influenced my initial enthusiasm. What the fuck?
So it's just like the door one, two.
Etc. Etc.
I know, I love that he says etc.
You know how the door was saying how he kind of learned, but I don't know. It didn't say
from watching
outright.
action movies.
Pretty similar though. Yeah.
He didn't outright say I learned from the TV, but I guess he did in his inner monologue. But he didn't tell her.
I mean that's
too similar though.
That doesn't matter. Yeah, no, it's pretty similar. This is like a template.
It is. Mm-hmm. We gotta read all these and see.
Yeah.
Okay. Anne is even more embarrassed that he saw her watching that stuff. As she's on the bed, she looks over to him and sees how gorgeous he is. They begin to hold hands, and this is a big deal to her as she hasn't touched another person in years. But suddenly, she realizes that he doesn't have a name. Pillow tells her to just name him. What about Ori? It's an actual name. A really pretty name, and it kind of sounds a bit like pillow in French. If you mangle the word a lot, I think. I haven't taken French since high school. That's fun, right? Or is it dumb? It's pretty either way, I think.
I love it. Ori, I'm now a man with a name. Who would have thought only hours ago I was simply a place to rest your head? You could still do that, of course. But now we can do lots of other fun things.
He smiles again, showing that adorable dimple, and squeezes my hand.
Why were you cringing at the Ori? Do you know what that means?
It's just like
the girl.
It has to be like a kind of anime sounding.
Ori.
Yeah, it's just that's what's
Can't be just
cringy.
I didn't even think about that. Todd or
I mean, I think of that Ori game.
That's what I was thinking of, the Ori game that you were playing.
Which I think is like a French studio, maybe. Is it a French word? What's the word? She did say French, right?
She did.
Yeah, it's French for pillow.
Okay, so I take it all back. It's a great idea for a name. It does sound like kind of like a cool anime name, but maybe it just is a French word, so I'll take it back, delete all this shit. So it's all so stupid.
Okay, so as Ori comes over to touch her, his head flops forward and his neck bends over an entirely flat seam. His head wobbles flat against his chest. Now he's starting to put feathers back into him to make himself whole again.
Interesting.
Ori, what the hell happened? I squeak out.
I think I need a little more power. Being both pill and man is fine, good for us even, but I think I might be weighed a little too heavily on the pillow side currently. I'm afraid if I don't get more power, I might fall apart.
He takes a shuddering breath.
I'm a little frightened, Anne.
Ori, I say as I unwrap his arms from around me. I put my hands on either side of his face to look him square in the eyes. Tell me what we have to do to keep you safe.
Oh, I thought of the Scarecrow from Wizard of Oz, like how he moves, like
Like the little
stuff.
10 man?
Yeah.
No, the Scarecrow.
Oh, I know what you mean.
So is he supposed to? She goes earlier. She was like, he has a fabricy touch, so she's afraid that if people get too close to him, she'll know he's like a fabric man.
Yeah. But then they're going to
So
go out
he
anyway.
he has like the perfect skin tone.
That's what I was like. I
color
couldn't
scheme?
quite get a visual of what he looks like.
It's fucking. Because I'm imagining like a sketchy, like, yeah, weird,
See, at
like
first when I was
obviously fake person.
yeah, because he was literally like he described his
But
face.
she was like,
as
"Oh, if you
animated.
touch him, you'll know he's fake."
But if you see him,
So that's why he needs to go out and find other people to take his life from.
he's a vampire. That sounded like Hannah Montana.
I did.
Yeah.
Get the
You guys forgot about that drum beat, the generic ass fucking sound on this thing. All right. Anyways,
All right. Chapter 10. How long is this?
it actually sounded kind of cool when you were saying chapter 10. That beat was going. Okay. Here we go.
All right. Chapter 10. Ori is terrified that this is going to cause her to reject him. Ori then tells her that he needs to take a bit of life from others in order for him to live. Usually he survives off of insects, but when he grabbed onto Todd the other night, that was what gave him enough energy to take on a human form. That's what happened to that creep. He got drained by a vampire pillow? I mean, I should feel like scared of you or bad for Todd or something, but he's a massive asshole. I have no doubt he was going to try something really bad with me that night. So good job.
I'm glad you're not upset. I am continuing to have a problem with my body, however. I'm not quite man enough yet. Too much pillow. I'm going to continue to have these
I point to where my neck was flopping earlier.
episodes if I don't get a bit stronger. I'm going to give myself applause every time I read something. Because every time I read, I go, I nailed that shit.
with all confidence.
I like the sound of this audience. It's like a nice, warm.
It's better
sounds
than
good.
the sound we put in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ori is now asking if she knows other assholes she wouldn't care about. Though she has plenty of creeps, obviously, from before, that she knows she doesn't think. But she doesn't think that he should take too much from him like he did with Todd.
Right.
Because
So this is like
every male in this book
Hellraiser,
is
basically.
like a terrible dude.
So this is like Hellraiser, where they go around seducing guys and then sucking the skin and organs out of them and
Is that
stuff.
what happened in Hellraiser?
Yeah, so he can like regenerate.
Yeah.
But in this one, we're supposed to like root for the psycho Pillow and Anne going around.
Because apparently she's just like gets hit on by everybody, cackled,
Right.
and everybody's creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
Which is what the world is actually like. So
yeah,
this is
perfect.
this is a very realistic book.
Okay, so chapter 11, Anne just thinks that they should go on a walk so that she can find people that he can take life from, I guess. So he has this idea that all Ori has to do is kind of brush past people lightly, and then he'll be able to get enough energy to be okay again. So I thought that was so stupid. I don't get this.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ori willingly follows her commands, and as he is walking through, he feels himself falling and needs Anne to support him as they walk. Anne takes him to the street corner where those creepy teenagers are. Here, ready? See those guys? They call me names and grab my arm and stuff. They're really young, like 19 years old, I think. So if you take just a tiny bit, they won't miss it. They're huge jerks, and they deserve it anyway, okay? Okay. So Valley Girl, okay?
That was awesome.
I love that. Okay. Oh, a flapping sound distracts me. I see Ori's ear blowing wildly in the breeze. Nothing more now than flat fabric against his head as he smiles his adorably dimpled smile and tells me,
Of course. I would do anything for you, my Anne.
no, it's not a nice thing to do, but for Ori, it's the right thing to do.
So there's some nuance. She's like, no, it's not the.
conflict.
I mean,
right
it's-
thing.
this seems like it's taking a turn, and they're going to become like creepy villains and like be murdering people and shit.
I mean, maybe
That would be way cooler.
stuff part 2. There's a
But
second
this is-
story.
Maybe.
Yeah, because that's what it seems like. It's going dark. I like the story again.
We got to read the second one.
Okay, chapter 12.
Is there a part 2 for real? You guys
Yeah,
fucking
there's
with
a
me?
sequel.
Okay, we're reading it
Double
now.
stuffed. All right,
Double stuff.
Like Oreo.
Yes, Joel Sweet. Yes.
I knew right there was coming out of my mouth that you were going to make fun of me.
Okay, chapter 12. As they walk towards them, the teenagers already start hollering. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, look. That crazy girl has a man.
Girl, when'd you get a man? How about a real man, huh?
My anger flares hot inside of me. Oh, I'm going to enjoy taking life from them, even though it won't be much. Anne is silent as we walk through the group. Silent even as they touch her face. Yes, one taps her on her cheek as we walk past. And if she would have allowed it, I would have done whatever I could to have torn that man's arm right off. No one touches my Anne but me. But no, she wouldn't want that. Instead of indulging my more violent fantasies, I subtly drag my fingers across all their exposed hands and arms, incredibly lightly as we walk past, enjoying the shivers and brief flare of dullness in each of their eyes as I touch them.
Sucking up that life.
Yeah, let's
So
go.
stupid. And he's like,
He's like,
I want to add like a magic sound.
he's like pillow
Oh, yeah, because
fingers.
it's so gentle.
yeah, so lightly. If someone fucking did that to
They're
me,
like,
I would
"What the
notice
fuck?"
right away. Like, who the fuck is doing this?
And it's like a pillow sketch man guy
Supposed to not feel it and do anything?
with like hair over his one eyeball.
It's so
I like a
stupid.
sexy anime man.
Okay. Ori wanted to take more from them, but he understands that that is not what Anne would want him to do. When they get back, he's as strong as ever. Anne is getting excited because now she wants to take him up on his offer from before. All right. My darling Anne wraps her arms around my neck, gazing up into my wide eyes. It's time. I finally experienced real touch. Ori, and I can't think of anyone better to try it with than you. I know I've just found you, but you're perfect. When I thought you were hurt, I was scared, Ori. Even though I didn't know you, I wanted to help you so much. I would have been devastated to lose you. It's weird to feel like that so soon, but I don't care. This whole thing is fucking weird as hell, right? So let's just go for it. Touch me, Ori.
That's a good sound.
That's a good one. Anne wants Ori to touch her everywhere. Anne wraps her body around him as they walk into the bedroom, and Ori lays her on the bed. Anne is starting to wonder if they're going too fast.
Why wait? We know what we want.
I slip the shirt the rest of the way over her head, and when she crosses,
That's a weird. That's strange.
when she crosses her arms over her chest.
I hated this part.
None of that now. I want to see all of you.
I admonish her as I move her arms to her sides and reach behind her to unclasp her bra. I can feel my new pupils expand as I gaze down at her lovely breasts. The large mounds of them fall heavily to the side as she's lying flat on her back. Her nipples
Weird
are
image.
They're falling to the side.
It's so big.
her nipples are hard already, and the area around them is a soft pinkish brown. I can't resist dragging the pad of my thumb over one of those peaked nipples, making her arch up into my hand with a soft hiss. Anne again is noticing how his touch feels like kind of like a denim fabric and is in love with the fact that she may never have to settle for a human touch ever again. Anne and Ori now want to make out. Anne thinks his touch feels like satin, or his tongue feels like satin. Mm-hmm. As Ori is now taking off his shirt, things are becoming very heated as Anne starts to trail her hands over his waistband. Damn, we really did a good job designing you, didn't we? I mean, you looked good before, but after you got that extra juice from those corner guys, you really, wow. I look down at my body to see what she's talking about and notice that I have become more defined. I look quite fantastic indeed. Smirking, I lie back on my elbows.
I wonder if the rest of me looks as good.
But then suddenly he stops her as he realizes that he's still not complete.
He doesn't have a
What's not
ding-dong
complete?
yet?
Yes!
I mean, come on.
Reader comfort. What else
This
would
is
it
like-
be? This
This is like elementary school. It's like, what's going to happen?
What's gonna happen
next? It's like reading a picture book and showing the picture to the students. You remember that?
reader
That's what I do.
comprehension.
What do you guys think is going to happen?
Yeah.
Turn and talk.
Turn and talk to your neighbor.
Okay, chapter 13. Anne is wondering what's wrong.
Nothing is wrong, my love. We simply need to finish something. You see, we still need to complete my cock.
Ori blushes as he says that final word, then clears his throat.
And the rest of the bits too, I suppose.
Not the bits!
I don't like that.
That was disturbing.
Bits. Not like that. Okay, so Anne, though she thought she was going to be sexy Dr. Frankenstein, but then she realizes that she's a virgin and doesn't know anything about sex, besides what she sees from the hentai porn.
LOL.
LOL.
Oh, you put
Okay. I even paused on recently before deleting it, those trolls posted under my... Okay, I'm not going to read all this.
Oh
Basically, what she wanted, she's like, oh, I saw these pictures online, and I think maybe like a humble 6 inches and, a little thick and, maybe not one that curves too much. Can you try that?
Wow. Okay, that's respectable.
I know,
She just
that's
wants a
awesome.
solid 6 inches.
That's not bad. Okay, so I put my hand on my cheeks, feeling how hot they are. Ugh, this is awkward.
Right away, my dear.
Ori replies with a dashing grin. I think this is not sexy at all. If some man was catering to my needs this much, like what the hell?
right away.
You need him to like.
Right away, dear.
Which she
Yeah.
kind of like,
Ew.
she kind of like changes that somewhat.
I know, she
slightly,
does a
she
little
doesn't
bit,
commit
yeah.
to that, but
Yeah.
anyways.
All right, so as Anne waits, she sees the bulge appear in his underwear.
Wow.
Soon enough, a bulge begins to inflate in his underpants.
Inflate.
I stifle a giggle at the sight. It's less like a cock growing hard and more like a balloon inflating.
Why?
It's just so silly. But when it's finally done, the outline of it is definitely not a balloon. My mouth goes dry at the sight of it. My fingers itch to pull down the waistband, finally. Ori, is it time for me to look? I managed to choke out.
I believe so. Yes. Remember, I can change anything.
I slide my fingers under the waistband of his black undergarments and slip them slowly down. His freshly created cock springs free, and I gasp. It's exactly as I asked for. Beautiful, if ever one could be described as such, and balls to match.
Penises are beautiful.
I love that she's also like not experienced, but this next part, I'm like, she's never had like a human touch. She's never been with a guy.
Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Okay, so Anne starts to tease his new penis with her tongue. But Ori stops her as he needs a few minutes for the new equipment to calibrate so he doesn't have a mess everywhere too soon. And besides, all that Ori wants to do is please her. But as she's starting to realize how big his dick is, she's starting to get nervous about having sex and asks if it's okay to rebuild his dick once he's inside her. But Ori is not, he's not offended by it because all he wants is for him to be perfect for her.
So the 6 inches, she's worried about being too big?
Yeah, she wants to test it out. I guess she's never done anything.
Hell yeah.
All right, we're getting to climax.
All right, ready?
Okay.
Anne goes to the bathroom for a bit. I guess she's kind of nervous.
Yeah.
So she's like, let me have a moment. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. But it seems as though Anne is just ready now. It only takes for her a bit to come back to me. I watch only too gladly as she walks back down the hall toward me in her little cotton panties, her full breasts bouncing, her cheeks red with a shy blush.
Come to me, my love, and lay next to me.
I slide over and pat the bed beside me, and she follows my instruction.
Take off your panties and spread your legs for me. Let me see your pretty cunt.
I decided to be forward with her, with it being her first time and all. She's like,
Wait, that's the opposite. Like, that seems
yeah,
like
literally.
creepy. I decided to be forward. It's her first time, so I decided to be like a total psycho.
Creepy.
It's not sexy.
That's not sexy at all.
Not sexy.
This is like a predator.
I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that was weird.
Okay.
Interesting.
She's likely to be, okay, where was I at? Okay, I admit I'm a nervous virgin as well, but being a pillow, I don't have the virginity hang-ups people do, and so I feel it's my responsibility to take the lead. Her breath comes out as shaky as her hands as she slowly removes her panties. She looks away shyly as she opens her legs for me, not saying a word. I climb between them on my knees before her.
You're magnificent, Anne. Spread your lips for me. I want to see all of you. Is this another quote? Okay. Tsk. What the fuck? How do you say tsk?
Tisk tisk.
Don't deny me now, please. Be a naughty girl for once, my sweet Anne.
My lips curl on one side when she takes a sharp breath and opens wide again. She places one hand on her breast and the other cups the dark curls on her enticing mound. She uses 2 fingers to spread the outer lips of her folds, showing me the inside of her offerings.
I don't like mound.
I don't like it either.
I know. Here, she already
I'm
described
not
her.
crazy about folds either.
She also described the breast as a mound. She's reusing these images.
I like a nice mound.
Okay, my satin tongue glides through her slippery folds, pushing deep into her core, teasing her, then out again to circle the firm bud of her clitoris. She pulls my head against her sweet heat and grinds against my face, using me roughly as if I were simply the pillow of before. Only now I've got lips and tongue and teeth to further the pleasure.
Teeth.
I said that. I didn't?
No, I'm just saying it's interesting to point out the teeth in this
yeah.
Right.
situation. Okay.
Nipple.
Whatever. I mean, ouchie. Okay, now. She pulls me harder against her, so hard that a normal man wouldn't be able to breathe. Thankfully, being mostly a pillow, I can last much longer without air and can survive her overpowering embrace until I feel her shake and tense around me. Wetness floods against me as she cries out in pleasure. Yes, this is what I've dreamed of for so long. Ori, oh fuck, that was amazing. I can't believe it. And pats. Oh my god, what?
Pants.
Oh, and pants when her climax is complete. She pulls me up by the ears to meet her eye to eye. When her barely focused eyes take in my face, finally she yelps and pushes me away. Your face! OMG, Ori's face is now flat.
That's a ridiculous detail.
Is it the pillow? It's a pillow face.
Okay.
But he fluffs himself out like any other pillow and is ready to go.
Just go like that.
That was so stupid. Okay, Anne is now ready for real sex, but Ori has some demands.
Is this me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I need to hear it. Do you want me to fuck you, my sweet? You want my cock inside you? The one you've created to be perfect just for you? I've spent years thinking of being inside your hot, wet cunt. I need to hear you tell me I'm allowed to be there. My entire existence is for you. I want nothing more than your pleasure in all things, and I promise them to you, if only you'll allow it. So say it, my darling. Say the words.
Yes, please, fuck me, Ori, now I need it. Anne grips my hips and pushes me against her wet center. I don't like wet center either.
I don't like the center.
Yeah, she
No.
uses core and center a lot.
I got through that monologue. That was good.
It's almost done. Okay. Though Anne is definitely into it, she sees how ridiculous it is that she's begging for a pillow to fuck her and is actually losing her virginity to a pillow. But she really thinks that it's awesome. Right when Ori is about to go in, she has one more request. He moves
Agonizing.
agonizingly.
Woo!
He moves.
Struggling.
Okay. He moves agonizingly slowly.
Wow.
He moves agoniz.
No, I can't even say it. Agonizingly.
Moves agonizingly.
Agonizingly. Yes.
Agonizingly.
It has a lot of syllables in there. Okay. He moves agonizingly slowly. I'm super wet and turned on, so it goes pretty easy at first, but after a bit, it starts to hurt just a little. Wait, stop! I put my hands on his shoulder, but smaller for a second? You're kind of big, I guess, and it hurts a little. Maybe we can get in smaller and then see about going bigger? Ori chuckles softly.
Brilliant idea.
He shrinks inside me. It's a strange sort of relief. You feel so good, I add. Your cock is like some impossible combination of velvet, silk, and latex. So soft and smooth. Feels like nothing I could have imagined. I moan as he breathes hard against my neck and begins to move faster. Go bigger now, Ori, to what you were before. Faster, Ori, I beg, my voice a high whine.
Happy to oblige, my sweet.
Ori hooks my legs over his arms and pumps faster, making me shout, "Bigger now and deeper, and fuck, go harder," I cry out. I don't know if I can handle it, but I want it. Ori doesn't answer in words. He just growls before tossing my legs over his shoulders, making me yelp in surprise. In this position, he's deeper, thrusts hard and fast. His cock swells much bigger than before, almost too big. So, like we were saying, Ori's being very demanding during sex, and she doesn't seem to mind. But I'm like,
It goes against like the earlier thing though, where he just does whatever she wants.
It doesn't make any sense now. All of a sudden, maybe
not-
now that he's lost his virginity, now he's like, yeah,
Taking control.
it's my turn.
But it's still what she likes, I guess.
I suppose. I guess he's commanding to his dick size, I suppose. As she has reached her orgasm, Ori has something up his sleeve for her. Can you guess what he has up his
Tentacles.
How did you know?
Because I just read ahead.
Okay, okay.
In this case, I didn't guess.
Yeah,
it.
the other time, nothing will beat you guessing that video game part.
Yeah.
sleeve? True.
You're not done, Anne.
Ori growls.
I remember the things you like to watch. I remember the tentacles.
I moan, running my fingers through the back of his hair as he kisses me, rocking my hips against his as he moves. It feels good, wonderful, and then it feels like tentacles? There are tentacles touching my vagina? A second thin tentacle slips alongside Ori's cock, stretching me, and I cry out in perfect agony.
I will always give you everything you want, even when you don't know you want it.
A third
That's
tentacle.
fucking creepy.
I know, it's gross. I don't like it. A third tentacle nudges against my rear entrance unexpectedly, and I flinch. After a few breaths, I relax and decide that if I'm going to be a tentacle fucker, then I might as well go all the way. Come on in, the back door's open.
What the fuck?
Stupid! Not the back door.
The rear entrance. I don't really like that phrasing for it.
It wasn't even something she said. It was like written in italics.
Yeah, it's like what she was thinking inside. But it's just like, oh my God, ew. I don't like any of this. All of these tentacles just make Anne explode with pleasure. Now it's Ori's turn to orgasm. Anne isn't sure. Okay, you have to hear this. Anne isn't sure if she can get pregnant or not, so she asks him to come on her chest. But when he ejaculates, it's not the usual sticky fluid, but it's...
Feathers.
Yeah.
Yes! Did you know?
No, it's just obvious.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you go, it's not cum, it's...
What else would it be? Sand.
You know what I mean?
Okay, I close my eyes and wait for the onslaught of jizz, but it doesn't come. When I hear him gasp and moan my name, I cautiously open my eyes. Something tickles my stomach, and I give an incredulous snort as I see the white fluffy things in the air. I lift my head to see a final spurt of downy feathers float out from the end of his cock. They're everywhere in the air between us, landing on my nude body, my face, my hair. I begin to laugh. I can't control it. That's so stupid. Why would feathers come out of his penis?
Well, why does his face get all flat?
None of this makes sense. Whatever. Ori is upset that she is laughing, but Anne reassures him that she thinks that the feathers are really sweet. Anne and Ori are now ready to have more sex in the future. I guess they have a sex life that works for them.
Awesome.
They figure it out.
Yeah. All right, final chapter. Chapter 16. Ori and Anne are going to a pet store because Ori gets bored at the apartment by himself.
Because I guess he can't go out
So he's
yet.
gonna get humped by a dog.
No.
Did I guess it again?
No.
So when
Are you
she's at
sure?
work, no. Yeah. That was a
Oh.
good guess, though. That would be...
Okay.
Okay, so
something happens.
what happens is they decide to get a fish as it would be easy to take care of.
And the kitten, he held a kitten and it tore a hole in his arm. So he got
Oh,
scared.
yeah. So
Yeah,
the
nervous.
fish is the safe option. As they're setting up the tank, they hear a knock on the door, and it's who?
The bad guys.
Yes.
The
Which
gross.
ones? What did
Jimmy.
the landlord
Jimmy.
guy never come
Yeah,
back?
the gross
Oh,
landlord.
he's back.
Yes. You're the original guy.
I gotta remember the accent I did for him.
Country.
Okay. Jimmy has been pissed recently as Anne has been staying in this apartment with another person. So Anne has to start paying more for him. Now he wants Anne to pay for a pet deposit for the pet now.
So stupid.
I know.
Or goldfish.
So Ori hasn't told Anne, but he needs more life in him because he's slowly starting to become a pillow
Time to
again.
kill this loser.
So-
I predicted this already.
His leg goes out on him, I think. He like,
Yeah. So the brushing past assholes on the streets are not doing anything for him anymore, and he needs more. Okay. So what happens is Jimmy is like looking for this cat. He thinks there's a cat in there. It's stupid. And then there's not. So what happens is he grabs him. I grab him by his thick, sweaty throat.
I don't believe you will, James. I don't believe you'll bother me or my precious Anne ever again.
I begin to drain his life force slowly, relishing the feel of taking revenge on this parasite. I watch as he turns gray, feel my leg become stronger as he does. Before I am able to take all his life, I stop. Letting go of his throat, he falls, but I catch his limp form. No, you won't be coming back. Oh, sorry.
No, you won't be coming back, will you?
I smile, pinching his sagging cheek. Ori takes him over to a spot where the landlord can be easily seen by someone eventually. As he returns, he's feeling more man than a pillow.
Hell yeah.
Anne isn't going to like what he just did, so he's going to keep it a secret.
Oh, great. So this is set up for the sequel?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Maybe she finds a new pillow fucker guy. And she gets double stuffed by 2 pillows. That sounds
Corey and
scandalous.
Ori.
Maybe so. Now Ori and Anne are going to relax for the night and are deciding what they want for dinner.
Decking.
Darling, are you hungry? Do you want me to order you some tacos? Curry?
I ask my sweet Anne as I rub her feet. She had a tough day at work, and I want to make sure she's as comfortable at home as she can be. Oh no, I'm good. I had some pizza at work for that dumb pizza party they threw as a bonus instead of actually giving us a raise. So I'm stuffed. My lip quirks up at the side. I lean back on our new pillow, one stuffed with artificial material. I don't trust feathers, and grin broadly at my Anne.
Actually, I believe I'm the one that's stuffed.
The end!
I love a good pun to end it.
I don't know about this
Many
one, guys. I
feelings.
did like reading the sexy voice guy stuff, so I'm now biased, and I think it's the best story ever.
You
But
like reading it?
it seemed like it was actually pretty bad.
It was so bad. Compared to Unhinged, it was terrible.
Yeah, Unhinged looks fucking like To the Lighthouse
Compared to this?
compared to this.
The
yeah.
Virginia Woolf. Yeah, and just like at a very a sentence level, like the sentences are really like
Yeah, and it has
Good.
like a kind of
very elementary, almost like it feels like
Yeah.
ADHD quality. It's just kind of like stream of consciousness, just whatever she's thinking at the moment is what she writes. It doesn't have like this. It doesn't seem like it has like some great structure or
No.
any proofreading or sort of like editing or
Yeah,
No
'cause-
mapping out.
because
Yeah.
Unhinged had like this tension with the guy that's killing women, whatever, and maybe that's like not the most like thought out plot. Either. Like
But yeah, this
That
is
was more
just
engaging.
This is just a mess.
It
It
is a
seems
mess.
like
yeah,
None of the details make sense. There was a lot of discrepancies. I feel like at least Vera Valentine, at least she mapped out how things were going to go. And you can tell that she did because it's a well-rounded
there's
story.
little arcs that play out and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's details that explains these like little nuances, but this is just like
This
random
is like fan
shit.
fiction-y.
I feel like yeah,
stuff.
it's fan fiction writing, and like there's
Yeah.
no like interesting or cool details that stand out to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought it was funny because Ash sent me a text like, "This makes me wait." Let me read it real quick because I thought it sums up this. I might need to upgrade Unhinged to be on the bottom shelf after this shit. Not saying that this is shit, but no, this book does not go beyond the bottom shelf.
No, not at all. Sorry.
It is. It would take some investigating to see if all these books in this like sentient object romance have this same structure. They all seems like a lot of them turn into
Yes.
people, and all the people are the same. They're all pleasing the main character, and there's always like 2 big sex scenes.
Oh, always. Even the other erotica we read, there are always like 2 sex scenes.
Yeah.
And there's always the one where women are getting oral sex.
Yes, they got it. It is written by women, so that makes sense.
I don't know. I didn't think it was sexy at all.
Like this one. Let me ask you something. Of all of these, what's been the sexiest one?
Maybe the Triceratops or maybe the Unhinged one.
Is it the subject matter or is it more of like the prose?
The prose, I would say, the
Yeah.
prose has a lot to do with
I
it.
agree.
Gotcha.
I actually thought Vera Valentine did it a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More tension, more build up to that one too.
Yeah, and they were kind of unique in a way. It wasn't.
Yeah, because she actually had
obvious.
to have like sex with the doorknob. And Gail.
No, so that's what I'm asking. Is it the concept of sex with the doorknob, or is it
No.
she's
No,
that's not
writing
sexy.
better?
It's the writing.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah.
Okay, so not surprised, but we'll read more of these sentient erotica stories.
Yeah. I want to read some of the legendary dinosaur.
Yeah.
What's his name? Pringle?
Chunk
Oh,
Tingle.
Dr. Chuck Tingle.
Gotcha.
I know. Everyone said that this is his.
He's the one.
He's the guy.
We've seen
the
his
legend.
face everywhere, or
Yeah.
his name everywhere.
He does dinosaur porno stuff.
Yes.
Okay. I can't wait to read some of that.
So we'll check it out.
Yeah.
Thanks
Okay,
for
well,
listening.
This was fun. So it doesn't go beyond.
Yeah, we said it.
Whatever.
It
doesn't
doesn't go
Did you say
beyond.
that?
No.
Okay.
No.
Got it.
Makes
All right.
Unhinged go beyond the bottom shelf. I think we pushed that one up. But
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah. Makes sense. Okay. Well, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for listening and stuff.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.